welcome back to Cut the Cuck. Another week of rugby. Chad, I think I'll let you start this one because I don't really know where to start on this.
Yeah. Well, rugby's cooked. Everybody's got a young gun. Half of them have only played one match in perfect weather conditions. So today we're going to do the responsible thing. We're going to judge some kids. Who's actually breakthrough? Who's just highlights and a haircut? Who's good enough to make it to the 27 Rugby World Cup, which also is next year. Wild. But first, we need to talk about the carnage that happened over the weekend.
It was carnage. It was
It was no
carnage. It
fun.
was chaos. It was insane.
It was the first week where I've been able to watch rugby
Okay.
since like the big break and Christmas and New Year's and all that kind of cuck. But I didn't have fun. It wasn't fun.
I think if you're a South African watching this competition, it may not have been results wise the best competition to watch. But in terms of flair and excitement and try scoring, and it was like if you were a neutral or a
Yeah,
fan of the other teams, you had a blast.
yeah. Rugby fan, just pure like a pure rugby fan, loved it. Great.
Yeah,
But
because it
as
can, obviously the South African games had crazy results, but not just them. Like throughout the whole competition, there was such good rugby this weekend
yeah,
from everybody
yeah.
except the Sharks.
Again, dude.
And Pollard. I don't know what happened with Pollard in the Bulls game, but it was mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
I mean, I would rather let him bleed those mistakes now than next year for the
Well,
Boks.
with the okay, this is stretching and getting not thinking about history, but with a performance like that, you don't make the box squad. But then again, who's the other fly half? Because it's not going to be Masuku because
Yeah, Masuku. And I was such a fan. I thought that Oak was going to be the starting fly half for the Boks like 2 years ago when he was just on fire and everything he touched was great. And yeah, but
but he wasn't on fire. Like he was good 2 years ago, but he wasn't like
nah,
untouchable.
he had a couple good games in a row where he was
Yeah, but they were
just,
good games. He wasn't great.
yeah. But there was no Sasha. There was only
There
Pollard.
was Pollard and there was Hendrickse.
Yeah.
Were like the other, do we look at these fly half kind of things? Because uh the Hendricks at that time was with the Lions. So
Yep.
Masuk, so he was the starting fly half for the Lions. Masuk was the starting fly half for
Sharks.
um the Sharks. The Bulls had, I can't remember his name, but he's been their fly half forever since before Pollard. Um and then Stormers had Libok. So if you look at those four, and looking at the South African teams, of course, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he looked good, but you're also comparing him to, no offense to everybody else, compared to Libok, he would have been second on that list.
Yeah. But and
But
everyone hated Lobok at that time because he was missing all his kicks.
yeah, that
So
was a
yeah.
problem. But a great fly half.
Great fly half.
We should have wished
No,
in that
not
case.
not can't kick, couldn't kick.
Could, yeah,
Can kick now.
can kick now. Yeah, I fixed it. He
Yeah.
needed some practice. But I mean, the box at a certain time, we had great fly halves, but we had Percy Montgomery taking the place kicks.
Yeah.
So even if you can't, do place kicks as a fly half, just get your fullback to do it, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, but we didn't have who we had Villy.
I've never seen Villy kick for goal. I'm sure he can do it. Like
Yeah.
he like playing through like high school rugby. I'm sure he kicked for poles for his high school team.
Yeah.
So what
I
happened?
also kicked for poles once.
You once, was it straight in front and you still missed it? What? What?
But it was from the side, but it was woeful. It was short and wide.
It was like a sevens drop goal. Anything can happen.
Fuck, you say that, dude. We once went to a sevens tournament. I don't know where it was. It was in the middle of fucking nowhere. And during sevens, it was pre-season. Everyone was getting up their fitness. We had our prop. drop kicking, and he was fucking slotting them from all over. It was so good.
That's actually something you see now in the modern game, not props taking drop goals, but forwards kicking in from their 22 in like in reactionary situations. It's actually, and some of them, for whatever reason, maybe it's because they're not thinking too much when they kick. The goal's just fucking, let's get the ball out of here. Great kicks. Goes into the opposition half. It's fantastic.
I think also like the modern rugby player, they also like the modern forward is way more athletic and has. Thing about Vilko a lot, his leg weighs like 80 kilos. When the leg hits that ball, it's
Yeah, with that
only
momentum,
going. Yeah.
pops the ball.
Yeah.
What happens in a game of rugby if you're under pressure? Volkolo grabs it, kicks the ball to touch, but as he kicks it, pops.
I think it's a scrum.
Scrum from where it kicked or scrum where it
Yeah.
landed?
Well, it won't go very far if it's popped. So I reckon it's where it's scooped from.
Oh, that would be great to see, actually.
You need to learn these things, Byron. You're going to be a ref.
I am actually on that topic, meeting with my local rugby club this week. They've got a level 1 refereeing course in March. So I'm going to do the level 1 in March, and then I start reffing, obviously if I pass. There's still a major if on that. We all know my intellectual skills are very low. But if I do pass and I do get the referee certification, I'll start reffing local games here. And then
that's sick.
see from
I'm
there.
actually excited for you. I'm actually keen.
But like it's always been in the back of my mind. I don't know why. It was like 2 weeks ago. I just had the idea, like, just fucking do it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? And no offense to Dutch rugby, but I don't exactly see it being at this elite high level. So I've got a good place to start, get some good games under my belt, and we'll see what happens.
You can be a TMO working for commission in no time.
Ooh, put me in the box, baby. The only thing is, I can't remember the ref's name now because I'm terrible with refs. But the one that you said doesn't ref, only uses the TMO.
Angus
If I
Gardner.
ever get to that level, Angus Gardner.
Yeah.
Aussie, if I ever get to that level, which I doubt I will, I'm too old. But if I ever get to that level, I never want to be his TMO.
Well,
I want to work overtime. I'll be the TMO for Harley.
She doesn't need one.
Exactly. That's why I'll do it.
you just get a lack of view of a game.
Exactly. Yeah. I watch the whole game. Beautiful, perfect. Don't need to do any work. Still get paid. It's a win-win for me.
Yeah. But we've got a topic here.
There are no topics. That's the best part about this.
Let's talk about what the fuck happened with the South African teams.
Well, we touched on it last week. We were talking about what the French captain was saying. It was the French fly-half. Excuse me. I should have remembered his name before this, but, again, my intellectual levels. He said the other clubs don't take this as seriously. I think the English teams took it very seriously this past weekend. I think the English teams took it very seriously. The South African teams, on the other hand, did the opposite. I think they went completely young guns, non-starters, Currie Cup players, put them in. And it's like you said, maybe they don't want to focus on this competition. They want to focus on the URC, whatever it might be. But you got to see the result of not taking it seriously this weekend. If we start with the Bulls game, which was the first game for the South African teams this weekend, the Bulls clawed their way back in a 16-try crazy game for a final score of 49-61, 110 points, absolute chaos. But if you only watched the first 7 minutes, you would think that the Bulls were a high school team playing against the Bristol Bears, because it was just manhandle, try, skip this, miss tackle. It didn't look like the Bulls.
And the Bulls at home. I woke up to that game because I didn't watch that one. That was at 1 a.m. my time. I woke up and I messaged you being like, Jesus. what the fuck happened? And I watched the highlights, and I watched the full game
The
afterwards.
highlights must be 80 minutes long
Yeah,
because
it was cooked. I was like, what? Yeah, the highlights I watched was 5 minutes long. I don't know how they fit it all into 5 minutes. It was literally just like try.
yeah, there's no build-up play for the
No.
highlights. It's just them crossing the line and then someone else crossing the line and then someone else crossing the line.
But then when I put the actual game on, it felt like I was watching the highlights. Because like you said, in the first 7 minutes, it was just try. It was
wild. And then not only the number of tries in the game was exciting, but the shit that happened in the game was exciting.
Yeah.
The number 11, Hayward for Bears, pace burned everybody every time he got a break.
Yeah.
There was that one try at the end of the first half. Pollard dropped the ball. They passed it down the line. I think they kicked it ahead, and I can't think of his name now. The scrum half for the Bulls probably had 5 to 10 meter head start on him, and
Yeah.
Hayward burned him.
Yeah.
Oh, brutal. And then another crazy thing was the Pollard crossfield kick that bounced off the flag, stayed in play.
Oh no. Like that kind of like summed up the game. Like it was from that point, it wasn't meant to be.
No.
No.
But I mean, what a lucky try. I also
Yeah.
didn't know that's the rule. That the flag belongs to the attacking team.
Yeah, but yeah, it's that was like, yeah,
One of the craziest games of rugby I've ever seen.
Yeah, 16 tries in that game.
And the Bulls nearly got a second bonus point.
I know. Then at the end there, I was obviously I wasn't watching it live, and I knew the score. I knew they weren't going to get it, but I was like, fuck, so close.
I was like, it kept going, and I was like, there's no way because the commentator was talking about them getting a second bonus and how important it is for the standings. And when he first said it, I looked at the score and I was like, they need 3 more tries, and there's like 8 minutes left. What are you talking about? And then bang bang, and I was like, and then at the 80th minute they were on the attack, and I was like, there's no way this can happen. I mean, it didn't happen, but it was close.
She was close.
Crazy game of rugby.
It was fun to watch. Like, as someone that doesn't, this has been my problem since starting this podcast. I would never support the Bulls ever.
No,
in a million years. Would rather support the Bristol Bears. But since talking about this and talking more about South African rugby and being into it, I was a Blue Bull supporter
through and through.
100%.
I think I started speaking Afrikaans at the end of the first half.
Kyk, die hond blaf.
Kyk, die hond blaf. Also, Steenkamp's out of the back offload. One head.
Insane. That's Tony Brown that's done that to him. I reckon it's the only explanation I have.
Put a number 13 on his back, because that was brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, what a game of rugby from start to finish. Entertainment. Like you said, if you were a Bulls fan at the stadium when the game started and they were 21 points down within 7 minutes or 28 points down, you're just going, is this going to end? Like, is the bleeding going to stop? But the entertainment value was fantastic.
Yeah, crazy. Wild.
What else is there? That game's still the highlight of the weekend for me. Do you want to talk about the Sharks game?
Dude, yeah. No, but I guess we have to.
Okay, I've got one highlight from the Sharks game to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's from the commentator.
Yeah.
I wrote down the quote because it cracked me the fuck up. He goes, George Ford was defending. I don't know who was it. Someone from the Sharks ran him over. It was the beginning
they
of the
were
first
attacking
half.
George Ford like he had beaten their mom.
Yes, it would. They absolutely beat the shit out of him the whole game. And the commentator goes, George Ford is playing the role of roadkill in defense.
Yes, I remember that. Because he fucking was. He kept getting hammered by everybody. Everyone was like, I don't know what what JP Peterson said to them about what he had done, but it was not good. They were.
Maybe they were like, George Ford's going to start for England. Let's break him. Let's teach. Let's make. So when he comes out in a white shirt against the green jerseys, he's terrified.
Yeah.
But for a commentator, and it was an English commentator,
Yeah.
to say he's playing the role of roadkill in defense.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That was just after he got absolutely run
Hammered.
over.
Hammered.
I also had a good chuckle at that one.
The commentators were great this weekend. There was another one. It was on Sunday, I think. No, maybe it was Saturday night. It was the Toulouse game.
Yeah.
And Toulouse came up just short at the end of the game. And the commentator goes, it looks like Toulouse are going to have to lose tonight. And I was like, come on.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, they gave it to you, but it's on the nose. Stormers,
Yes.
not much to talk about because took them 66 minutes to get a point on the board. And at that point, the Harlequins had 54.
It was rough, that game. As I can't imagine. It's been tough being a Sharks fan, but that game was rough to watch.
Especially because the Stormers were 10 wins in a row before that. But also, if you look at the team they brought.
Yeah, but that's kind of what we were touching on last week. Like, it was, I don't know if they were taking the piss out of Harlequins or they just don't care about the competition because they've already on top of the log and they are well ahead.
Well, you can't take the piss out of the Harlequins because they're a great side.
Yeah.
But maybe, because they can still qualify, maybe they're going to put a stronger team out in the home game next weekend and still qualify in that group. And they were like, well, we'll just use this as a throwaway game, rest them. They don't need to travel. They stay in Cape Town sort of thing.
Yeah, well, that's it. So I'm looking at the table down here now. So even with the loss, they're still third on the log, 9 points. It didn't really matter if they won or lost that game. So I feel like you're right. I think you're onto that. I feel like they were just like, meh.
Why travel with everyone? Let's win the next game. We'll still qualify, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Risky, but, each to their own.
I don't think, maybe they thought, yeah, look, we're all the dice, probably going to lose this one. I don't think they were expecting to get a 51-point drubbing.
Yeah, it was brutal. The only South African, what happened with the Cheetahs Ulster game was postponed because of the shitty fields here in the Netherlands, because everything was frozen. We had a code orange storm, blah, 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 blah. But then if I look now...
Sorry, when you say code orange, is that because it's Dutch or because it's...
It's just a warning because of the high winds and the low temperatures.
Okay, so not because... Okay, yep.
No, not because of the Oranje. No.
Yeah, okay.
No. But if I'm looking at it now, it says Ulster beat them 28-0. So I don't know if they found another field or what happened there. But I've got nothing to speak about for the Cheetahs. But the Lions did get a win, the only South African team to pick up a win this weekend. Whoop, whoop. However, the number of people at the stadium,
or the lack of,
it was worse than, I think it might have been the worst I've ever seen it.
They were all bunched up in that middle section. There was no one around the stadium.
No, yeah, they had everyone by the best seats in the house, you could say. But even that, there were 300 people, 400 people.
Yeah, it's so sad. And it's funny because I got memories from Facebook about me and my mates being at the rugby the other day, and I was like, "Fuck, what a vibe!"
I used to go every home game.
Yeah,
because tickets were $20, parking was 100.
I used to get like a shuttle from the Glen. There used to be a shuttle from the Glen. Park your car.
Yeah, but that was newer. When I was going was when you go watch the Cats play rugby.
You make it sound like you're 25 years older than me.
I'm just talking about when I started going to the stadium.
Yeah.
There were no shuttles. They weren't smart enough for that yet.
Yeah.
That came after 2010.
It was after 2010. It was literally 2010, 2011, 2012 when I was.
Because after the Soccer World Cup, they were like, hey, this shit's actually way better.
Yeah.
It's safer. You don't need to park there. You
Yeah.
can drink as much as you want.
Yeah. But anyway, we digress. The
Oh, wait.
Lions.
I'm almost done. Almost done.
No, we're talking about the Lions. Yeah. I want to. Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, Lions. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I think the referee missed a terrible call. One of the try that happened in the 54th minute. I think there was a terrible obstruction that the Lions players brought up to the ref, and they say there was no obstruction. Go back, watch the highlights, watch the game. Tell me what you think. Because what happened was Leon had a maul, and the maul fell apart. And someone landed up breaking away from the maul, scoring the try. But as it broke away, there was a Leon player holding two Lions players just a few feet behind where the break-off happened. And if he wasn't holding him back, there could have been a tackle. I'm not saying he would have stopped the try, but I think there was obstruction.
When did you say
I'll use that
50
when I'm a
minutes?
referee.
When did you say? I don't remember watching that.
54th minute. I think it's a stretch, but I think it's a plausible call for obstruction.
Well,
Then we already spoke about how depressingly empty that stadium was. And then I want to give a shout out to Keon Horn, fullback for the Lions. Because I think the way he plays is the main reason the Lions get to play such expansive, loose running rugby. But I don't think he'll fit in with the Springboks.
I was going to bring that up. Like, how do you? It's tough because he did well.
He's having a great season, not just this last game. The whole season, he's been playing the same style of rugby. But I don't think that style fits in with the box.
Yeah.
But it's perfect for the Lions. And to kind of like show the Lions chaos, there's 3 minutes left in the game. Lions are up by 2. They get a penalty in front of the poles. The logical thing is take up the 90 seconds of the 2 minutes, kick for poles, take a 5-point lead, and go in. All you got to do is make sure they don't score a try, and they can get the penalty. That's fine. Lions say, fuck that, they kick for the corner. Then Pede was brilliant. Because what happened was the Lions had the maul, and the maul fell apart. And what Pete did was after the second phase, the forwards were all still in a bundle on the right-hand side. He plays left, next phase plays back to where the maul was and gets a penalty for offside. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then they tap and go and score off the tap and go, which is, I love to see that. Especially when it's a hooker.
We're seeing more and more of that come through now, the whole tap and goes, even when it's a free kick. I quite enjoy it. But yeah,
I think it must be horrible. Like if I was on the defensive line, you know how they put like the bigger forwards closer to the ball? I would just keep walking a little further away. Because that first pod that comes from that tap is coming at you with as much freaking aggression as possible. I don't want to be there. I don't want to get hit by a hooker and 2 props at full speed.
No. Imagine those Bongi and I was going to say Vilko, but that's even unfair. But imagine Vilko and Bongi coming at you at an Irvin with just...
And they're coming low because they only need to make contact and then like get that extra...
I'm holding my knee at the moment, just being like...
On the topic of whether South African teams are taking this competition seriously, which I think we can conclude probably not. I got a question for you about South African club rugby as a whole.
Yep.
Looking at this competition, obviously there's a lot of money in the Gallagher Premiership, and there's a lot of money in the French top 14. Because if you look at the composition of the top teams in those competitions, there's a lot of international players in those teams. But then if you look at the URC teams, okay, the Welsh have a lot of South African players that didn't make it in South Africa or moved away early. Leinster's picking up some New Zealand players, but they're mostly homegrown teams. So my question to you is, do you think that South African teams are remaining all South African because they're using them as like training grounds for the Springboks? Or do you think it's just a financial thing because the rand is shit compared to the euro, and the pound?
I think it's a bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's just the Oaks are staying to become Springboks or play better rugby. I mean, after this weekend, it's kind of hard to argue that the South African clubs have better rugby when you go and lose by 51 points. And so,
But like, if
yeah.
you look at, I think one of the biggest contracts in club rugby at the moment is for Dupont at Toulouse. And I think it's €1 million a year is what he's getting paid. Is there any South African team that's willing to pay that for one player?
It's different though. So €1 million in Europe isn't €1 million in South Africa. It's different. It's different.
Yeah, but like, okay, so he plays his club rugby in South Africa, fine, but then he still lives in Europe. So he can't get paid the South African equivalent. He's got to go back home.
Yeah. Oh, are you saying like a Dupont coming to play for the Sharks or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that would be fucking stupid.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so do you think it's a financial thing? Like, because like, if you look at the French sides, they've got so many Fijians.
Yeah.
Like the best Fijians are playing in France. Or Bristol Bears, the other winger for the Bristol Bears, also Fijian. Like those guys, why would they not play for the Sharks, for the Lions, for the Stormers? Is it that we can't afford them, or is South African rugby going, no, we only want South Africans?
I don't know. It's a great question. So you basically asking why can't we attract international talent?
Why can't Bowden Barrett come play for the Stormers?
Great question.
He might get murdered.
Yeah. Probably the hate. I don't know how long he'd last in. Yeah. But no, it's actually a good point. I've never thought about that before. I mean, we've had a couple like, long ago. The Sharks had Freddie Michalak, and but that was a long time ago. We haven't had.
And I think Michalak was only there for 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, but it was also at the end of his career too.
Yeah.
And the Lions had, what was the Canadian? Strauss with the big beard.
I remember that. That was fun. I enjoyed Strauss. He played for the Cats. That's how long ago that was.
He played for the Lions too. He came back at the end too. Played for them. Yeah, that was we don't have any, hey? It's just South Africans.
Maybe
it is the rand. Maybe that is what's deterring them.
Because like just to match a European salary or a British salary, I'm assuming it's going to cost more than what you would pay most players in South Africa.
Yeah, I'll do some research. I'll ask some people, and I'll see what the equivalent is like.
I don't know. I think it would be really cool to see like I mean, obviously football does it the best, where they've got a ton of internationals coming in all the time.
Yeah.
If you look at like the English Premier League, for example, most of the players in the Premier League are not English.
Yeah.
But if you look at the URC, besides the Welsh teams, who have a lot of sounds so rude to say because it's not actually the case, but it kind of is, like not as good international players are playing in the Welsh sides for the URC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious.
No, it's a good one. I'll see what I can dig up over the week and the weekend.
Nice. You want to talk about those youngsters now, you creep?
Yeah, let's talk about them.
Let's talk about them kids.
Let's talk about them kids, which is also fucking crazy because half of these people were born in 2000.
I know.
Later.
I remember like growing up watching sport, and they're like, "Oh, he's the oldest guy on the field. He's 33 years old, or whatever it was." And like when you watch it as a kid, you're like, "Jesus, he's still playing rugby at 35? Are you crazy?" Now that I'm 33, I'm like, "Why would you still play rugby at 35?"
Yeah, you're a fucking madman.
Like you're being held together by glue and painkillers and tape and all this shit because everything's broken.
Yeah, everything.
Imagine being George Ford. Okay, George Ford isn't that old, but after how he got beat to shit by the Sharks, right? Then being 35 years old and then waking up the next morning and getting out of bed.
I struggle taking the bin out to the street and bringing it back. I don't know how they do it. I mean, even the training sessions. I reckon if either of us had to go do just a week, not even a day, 1 day of one, I'd be catching my guts out in the warm up.
But even if you get through the session, to wake up the next day in that pain and go do it again, that's the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, mentally you might be able to push through one session, but then after that, like for the most part, they have, I don't know what's the order, but they have a gym session and a skill session and a fitness session in one day. So like if you're throwing up from the fitness session, then you go, you refuel, and now you got to go lift weights.
Yeah.
And then after that, you got to go
1 day too. They'll do a session in the morning and a session in the afternoon.
I don't know. There's a part of me that wishes I was a professional athlete. I think it would be maybe not rugby. Maybe not rugby, because I feel like it would just
Table
hurt.
Tennis?
What?
Table tennis? What are you thinking?
I'd still find a way to hurt myself.
Yeah, you get tennis elbow.
Table tennis elbow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Youngsters. There are so many good players. So many.
But this is the thing. How many of them are actually good? Because we've had a couple Oaks that have played, but only played a few games against, I don't want to say cuck teams, but like lesser, like third tier nation teams.
Okay, wait. I got a different clarifying question for you. What would you consider a youngster? At what age?
Anyone under 23 for me. 10 years on us.
23. So what's that? 1 year out of uni? 2 years out of uni?
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
So, like for you, the young players, if we
They're
think
all
about
young compared to me.
You and me, like our Sasha Feinberg Gomazulu, 23 and has 19 caps.
Okay, look, granted, to be super critical of Sasha, this is just being super critical. Not every game has been a good game.
No. Absolutely. And that's what this conversation's about for these players. And you can't have everything. There's no one, maybe Dan Carter. Every game was just
Fair
good
enough.
at the worst. But Sasha's 23, 19 caps, scored 172 points already. And he's got another, 10 years?
7
years?
at the least, if nothing serious happens.
Yeah.
The thing with Sasha that has blown me away is last year. like he always had potential. We all saw it, but he had a lot of up and downs. But looking at the autumn tour and the championship, he got better every game. And even now for the Stormers, not as good as for the Boks, but even now for the Stormers, the thing that's impressed me the most is not just his decision making, which I think is incredibly something you either have it or you don't when it comes to decision making, but it's his attacking strength.
Yeah.
The number of line breaks he gets is insane.
And I think that comes from the confidence that he has, that he's just, I think it's two things. When he's playing for the Boks, he's got a Delendi or a Ethan Hooker or a Esterhazen on his inside.
Just a litany of top class inside centers.
You just know that even if you get tackled, whoever's tackled you is getting cleaned into next week, and that you're not going to lose that ball.
I didn't even think of that. You tackle Sasha, and then Esterhazen cleans you out.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I'll stop tackling Sasha.
You're just like, it's all right. That's probably why he's got 172 points, because I feel like, it's all right. It's okay. We'll try this later. Do it later.
But if your question is whether Sasha is a proper quality youngster or just maybe had a good game or two, I'm going proper talent.
I reckon proper talent too. And to the caveats, like the other question I had was, do you think he makes it into this is a kind of a stupid question for me.
Okay, but I see where the line of questioning is going when we look at the youngsters.
Yeah, so do we think it's good? He's played this many test matches, played against some quality sides, the New Zealands and all them. Do we think it's good, and do you think it's good enough to make it into a 2027 squad? Which, again, I would just want to say it again, is next year. It blows my mind.
To answer your question shortly, yes. I think he makes it. So
he's in? Yeah, he has to make it. There's a lot of people on this list that I've shared with us, so I don't know if we want to go through all of them or if you want to just choose the next one.
The way your list is set up, I want to have it on my bigger screen because it's actually didn't see how much detail you put into this. So congratulations, Chad, researcher, producer, and dickhead.
Yeah, massive dickhead.
All right. So next on your list, we have Cameron Honeycomb, the Bulls. For the Bulls, I think he's great. Solid, good hands, good decision making, strong. But one cap.
Well, think of his position though. Like, very difficult to be ahead of our 8th or 6th.
Yeah, I mean, our loose trio, the depth we have in our loose trio, we kind of touched on it last week as well. We were like, oh yeah, does he? And then we were like, hold on.
Yeah.
Who do you move around?
Because he's not starting above Sia. Yeah.
You can go through the loose trio. As good as he is right now, we've got great people in the loose trio.
Yeah,
great.
Unreal. And not just players, but also like the leadership of any of those players is unreal. Peter Steph.
So I think for Honeycomb, the issue isn't necessarily is he good enough at an international level, because at a club level, obviously he is. He starts every game.
Even international level, he's good enough, but just the box.
That's what I was going to say. So the problem for him is not his talent; it's the people he's got to compete against.
Yeah. To
make the squad. If you look at it, there's a possibility he makes the team, but it would be for one of those, you hear them talk about it all the time. You have players that make the squad for the World Cup that are not necessarily there to start or to play every game, but they're there to get the team ready for the game. And I think he could be one of those players for 2027.
Yeah.
If not 27, 2031 for sure.
100%. And he's only also 23.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm with you. I think it all depends on what happens this year and injuries. I reckon that's
Yeah, but when you're young
crazy to
like
say.
that, your bones are still made of elastic.
No, I'm not saying his injuries. I'm saying
Ah.
other people's injuries. The older Oaks injuries, the Sears and the Peter Steffs. I don't think Peter Steff is capable of being injured, but
No, I don't think his brain recognizes pain.
no. Yeah, I think he just uses it as fuel to keep
Yeah,
going.
it's like, oh, it hurts. I'm running harder next time.
Yeah.
He's a talent. Peter Steff's a talent. Jeez.
Yeah.
So we agree, Cameron Hanekom, proper talent, but might not make the 27 squad just because of depth.
I think you're no. I think he'll make the squad. I don't know how much game time he'll get.
Well, maybe he'll play the Group 4 game. Who was the lowest in our group?
I don't remember. I can check.
It's something hard to remember.
That was so long ago.
That was a fun episode to do, though.
That was. I actually really enjoyed that one. The Georgia Romania.
Yeah, Romania. Yeah, you can see Hanekom playing against Romania if he makes the squad. Yeah. Oh,
Ethan Hooker.
Yeah, we know. I don't even know how much detail we need to jump into this one.
But also, so what's he? He's inside center, outside center, and wing.
And wing, flank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd play him in a World Cup at flank.
He might not start at flank, but if there's trouble and people are injured, red cards, yellow cards.
Because he's already got 8 caps for the box.
So we spoke about this, and I've admitted it on the show before. When I was watching him for the Sharks, and I saw him get called up to the Springbok squad, I was like, "What are we thinking?" Like, I didn't rate him. And after 2 games for the Box, I was like, I want this Oak to play as often as possible.
Yeah.
Because he's a big winger, which is something
Huge.
South Africa doesn't always have.
No.
Like, if you look at Cheslin Colby, granted, maybe one of the best wingers.
I think he's an exception, though.
But Ethan Hooker's way bigger than he is. But then you look at the other flank. Huh?
Ethan Hooker's the same size as the flank.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And other squads have massive wingers. And it's something South Africa's never really implemented, even if you go back as far back as you need to. I mean, James Small, for fuck's sake. It's even his last name.
Yeah.
So, Ethan Hooker, proper talent? Yes. Does he make the World Cup squad? I can't see why he wouldn't.
100%. Unless something crazy happens in this year's greatest rivalry, I don't see him not being in there.
All right, that's enough of the South Africans. You got next on the list.
Whoa. Before we move on, that's not enough. There's one more South African.
Oh, I see what you've done here. Why is he on a list on his own? Is it because he's that good?
He didn't show up when I was doing it, and
you wanted to add him at the end.
I couldn't not add him. When I was doing my research and stuff, I was looking at people that had caps. He hasn't got a cap because he's.
Oh, he did play obviously for the under-20 World Cup, and when I watched him in that, I was like, I can't wait to see which club gets their hands on him and Pede.
Yeah.
And luckily, Lions got both of them.
Well, he was playing for the Sharks, Bethel.
Yeah, but did he ever play for the Sharks?
He played.
I don't remember seeing him on the pitch.
No, he did. He played 1 or 2 games for them. Yeah. But yeah, Bethel. This weekend for the Lions, obviously man of the match. Fuck, he was good. He put his hand up for sure to say.
And so cool to get a trial debut.
So good. So good. I actually hope, and it's a big call, I hope he gets a call up this season.
Even if it's just to get involved in the team.
100%. And because he was already in the team. Last year, Rusty had him and a couple of the boys.
Now, I'm actually going to check this before I say it, because I heard one of the commentators talking about it, but I don't know if it was Bato that they were talking about. I don't even know where to start looking for this. But wasn't he... I can't remember if they were talking about him or another player Isn't he from the same township as Sia?
I have no idea.
There was a South African player this weekend um, that the commentator was talking about, and I don't know if it's him. But now I
I
feel
know, but
stupid talking about it, so we'll talk about it next week. I'll do some more
yeah, we'll do
research.
some more research. But yeah, Bathor, absolute champion. I don't know if he's going to make the 27th side, but I'd like to see him play a lot more this year, even if it's against, we've got Wales and Italy, maybe.
It was him. Sorry, I just looked it up now. It was him. He's from the same area as Sia, and that's why they've got such a close relationship, the two of them.
He's a fucking champion.
So
I am such a fan. He's going to be one of the stars that we have.
there's
Absolute-
a lot of potential.
Absolute unit as a flank.
He's a big boy.
Big, and 20 years old. He's still growing.
He's a big boy. Scary, very scary.
Oh, absolutely.
Him. It was him and Pede and the outside center. I can't remember his name now, from the under-20 World Cup for the Springboks, the baby box.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't wait to see who picks these boys up. Was it Lorenzo Julius?
Yep.
Was the outside center from the baby box?
Yep.
Yeah. Those three players were definitely the star players.
Of the whole tournament, not just of the box.
Yeah. And for the Lions to pick up two of them is super exciting. I think Pede is going to be a proper talent as well, which is exciting.
The Lions can keep those players, because your Stormers and your everyone's going to be like money.
I mean, the Lions had Brian Habana, lost him. You know, the list goes on of the stars that played for the Lions.
Both of them played for the Lions. Gone. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love them to stay around. Obviously, the Lions had that great squad at the end of the Super Rugby season, like the tournament, where we had Kwacha and all, Malcolm Marks, you know, but they land up losing them eventually anyway. But it would be nice for them to hang on for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And also with Pede, they've got he's got Morne van den Berg to learn from.
Yeah.
Who's also still very young, so that's also super exciting.
Yeah, true. I actually don't have
So wait, to answer your two questions, obviously he hasn't been properly tested, but I think he's got the potential. Yeah, Bathor. Yeah.
He hasn't been tested at all, mate. He's never played a test.
Well, that's not, but like, even if you look at the game he played for the Lions this weekend, that was his first. You could say that was his biggest test so far.
100%. Yeah.
And he performed fantastically, but he hasn't been tested properly. Like, no offense to Lyon, but they're not exact. They haven't won a game in that competition either in the EPCR. So like it would be more interesting to see him against Ulster, against Munster, against the Stormers, not against the Sharks.
No, it's fucking the warm-up side. Well, hopefully he gets more game time now for the Lions.
Yeah. I mean, if with a performance like that, you have to reward him, right?
100%, you can't not. If you do, I mean, if you don't play him, you don't deserve to keep him.
Yeah. So we'll see. Potential to be a proper talent?
Yes. You can't even argue.
Oh, here's a question for you then. Who makes the Springbok squad between Hanekom and Hlekani?
Well, they don't. Yeah. Where does Hanekom play? He plays 8.
He also plays at 6.
Yeah, but also Bathor plays at 6. So we're comparing 8th man versus 6th. It's odd.
This might make someone angry. I actually don't know, but I've always been a little bit on the frame of mind that 6, 7, and 8 can almost play interchangeably.
They can. 8 doesn't have to be at every single ruck as much as 6 and 7.
Yeah, and then the big difference as well is the back of the scrum.
Yeah, obviously.
On offense and then defense, obviously your flankers are important from the scrum.
Yeah.
But at that level, they're almost interchangeable. Almost.
Oh, you are going to piss off a lot of people.
I'm going to piss a lot of people off with that. Yeah. But if you look at it, a yellow card comes in.
I've been playing the forwards.
Chad, we've got backline players as forwards and forwards as backline players. You're telling me a flanker can't play eighth man for 20 fucking minutes?
You make a good point. Okay, I'm sorry.
Did you still haven't answered my question? Between the two of them, who would you have in the squad?
I'd have to go Honeycomb.
Just based off exposure to more difficult situations.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been the one game. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I'd go Bathel.
Just because of the potential?
Yeah.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
A little,
20 years
take a little
old.
risk. Risk it for the biscuit.
And we can
I like
afford the
it.
risk. We've got 50 players in our squad.
Yeah, like, can we bring 100 people to the World Cup?
Just fly them over as fans and be like, oh no, sorry, old mate's injured. I'm going to pick out this random oak from this crowd.
All right, so those are the South Africans you've got.
Yeah, so I've got two Kiwis here.
2 Kiwis. All right, let's see who you
Wallace
got.
Satiti, fucking unit. Absolute.
Yeah, I've got nothing negative to say about him.
If he doesn't make the squad, New Zealand won't. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going to go, but he's an absolute weapon.
Can I tell you what's actually crazy? I didn't know he was this young.
Didn't you?
That's how good he is.
Yeah, he doesn't play. When I first started watching him in Super Rugby like 2 years ago, 2 years ago, I thought that he had been playing rugby for 20 years.
Yes.
Like, you would never have thought that he was that young.
Just burst into the scene as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the way that he plays, and he's like rugby IQ, unreal. For someone that's 23 years old.
That's why when I saw him on the list, Jan, and then I saw the age at 23, I went, really? In my head. Because he's that good. I don't see him as a youngster.
No.
I just see him as a great rugby player. So to answer your question, proper talent does make the team.
100%. Has to.
Easy one.
Yeah. Fabian Holland?
Big boy.
Big.
He's a big boy. He's a big boy.
Because he's also been really, really good. Even when I know the Wellington game for New Zealand's a bit hard sore, but he did well in that game. One of the probably only ones that did well in that game. And he's, for the French, when they played against the French, unreal.
Right.
Did really good. Great. In the lineouts, a proper handful.
The question would be of the old guard for the All Blacks at lock, whether or not they're still at their elite level next year.
Well, I guess this year for both South Africa and New Zealand will be that test, because we've got that those 4 matches against them.
Rivalry. Yeah.
But yeah, because it's not that far away anymore.
But I mean, I think even if the starting locks and the regular locks for the All Blacks are still doing well, I still think he makes the Rugby World Cup team. He might not start, he might not get as much game time, but I can't see him not being part of the All Blacks.
So similar to what we said about Honeycomb.
Yeah. But I would say Fabian Holland's got a better chance of making the 27 rugby squad than Honeycomb does.
Yeah, that's fair. He's already got 12 caps too.
Yeah. I mean, Honeycomb's got 1 cap. He's got 12. You would assume he's going to make the All Blacks.
Yeah.
And a proper talent and a giant of a human.
Yeah, crazy. Almost at even size. I just need to check this next one.
Wow, what's the confusion?
I just want to double check the age.
Wow. I mean, if you look at his build, it's believable. He's not the biggest fly half, Sam Prendergast.
Jesus.
Is it accurate?
It is. Do you know when he was? 2003. Fuck. Sam Prendergast. That is fucking crazy to me.
Proper talent.
100%.
I do think, though, that Ireland is kind of in a situation now where they're trying to find their best fly half.
Yeah.
And I do think that, I mean, even if you look at the autumn tour, it's not a question of does he make the squad. It's just a question of who's going to start.
Yeah.
And I think come Six Nations, I think he starts more games than not.
Because who else do you start in front of him?
I can see his face, but I can't think of his name.
Bring back Brian O'Driscoll.
Well, that's the big Jack Crowley.
Jack Crowley, true. And he's been pretty solid. It'll be tough, yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It's between the two of them at the moment. Who do you start? And Crowley's young too. Crowley was born in 2000, so he turns 26 this year. Actually, it's his birthday.
Today?
Yeah.
Happy
birthday, Jack.
Birthday. Unreal.
Yeah, it's between the two of them. They both start frequently. So to answer your two questions, proper talent. Will he make the squad? Absolutely. I think it's just whether or not who starts, because Jack Crowley is having a fantastic URC.
Is.
I would say just looking at the URC, Crowley's playing better than Prendergast. Just the URC.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I do want to say that I am going to back up our World Cup prediction pod with saying that I don't think that Ireland has the depth that they need.
I will agree with you at fly-half.
Yeah.
Because they're both super talented, but they're not at the elite fly-half level. If you look at, obviously, South Africa at the moment, very spoiled at fly-half. France, spoiled at fly-half. England can be.
They've got George Ford though. They've got more experience in those.
Yes.
They in that sweet spot where you don't have to have a guy that's got fucking 80 test matches and a guy that's got like a Sam
12.
who's got 13.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think Scotland probably has one of the best fly-halves.
Scotland's taking that game, mate. Scotland's.
Chad, the more you talk about it, you're almost convincing me. I still can't fucking believe it. I just can't see it happening. Can't.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I had to check his age. Years old, turns 23 on the 12th of February. Wild. And happy birthday, Jack.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mr. Jack Crowley. That's funny that popped up today. Yeah, makes the squad, proper talent. I'm curious to see how good he's going to get, because he's got big boots to fill in terms of the fly half role in the Ireland camp. All right, a few more to get through.
Do you want to skip the French?
No ways. I love both these players. Plus, France is my team come Six Nations, bitch.
Yeah, well, the English are winning it.
Did you throw up a little bit in your mouth when you said that?
No. I even steamed this before I hung it up.
Look at you. Look at you.
I'm getting into it, mate. I'm
going to start speaking French by the time the Six Nations is over.
Yeah, I'm going to start speaking English.
That would be lovely. Then I can understand you.
Okay, let's do this. The French.
Yeah. Fly-half, Lugarek. I remember there was the Six Nations documentary on Netflix, I think it was. I don't know if it was for this previous season or the season before that, but he was already on there because Dupont had that injury, and he had to come in. I think he's a proper talent. And I'm terrible with names, but there's the 3 scrum halves for France. There's obviously Dupont, there's him, and then there's another bald guy. I don't know the bald guy's name.
But I don't know the bald guy's name either.
Okay, he's the one who ran into the post in
the post fully defended.
100% got flatlined by the rugby poles. He's definitely third out of the 3 of them.
Especially after being flatlined by a stationary object. Yeah. He dropped a couple points then.
Oh fuck, that was funny. That was funny.
It was so good.
But he definitely makes the squad. I think he'll stay on the bench for almost all the games because you can't not start Dupont if he's healthy.
Yeah.
And
I haven't
then
seen much rugby from Dupont. I don't even know who he's playing for at the moment.
Toulouse.
Yeah. I don't get to watch enough French rugby.
Well, they lost this weekend, not
Yeah.
by much, but that's why the commentator had that terrible line. Proper talent makes the squad. He starts if Dupont's not there, so he's good. He's really, really good. And then I actually can't believe he's only 22. Galbieri,
I was also having a quick.
one of the best wingers in world rugby at the moment, and he's only 22. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
22 caps, 100 points.
That's 100 points for 20 games is unreal.
And he's getting better. His decision making's getting better. He's doing ridiculous things that shouldn't be allowed to be done on a rugby field.
I think he is. It would be stupid of us to say he's not starting and doesn't make the 27.
Both wingers for France are fantastic rugby players.
Yeah.
So, answer your questions again. Proper talent makes the squad. Starts every game unless they rest him on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a sensitive topic. This next one.
The boys. Oh, I can't hit the walls. The kids are sleeping.
Pollock. Look, he's cringe. We know that.
Yeah.
But he is a proper talent when it comes to rugby.
Not just on the field though. I feel like, and it's weird because I'm not for the TikTok dances and all that kind of cuck.
Well, it's because we're old.
Yeah, thanks, mate. But I feel like he is getting more eyes on rugby than arguably anyone else, or new eyes on rugby.
Yes, new eyes for sure.
Which is what the game.
Because in South Africa, Sia's bringing all the eyes to rugby.
Yeah,
but new eyes, I would say, is Pollock for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, no, absolute. He had a tough game over the weekend, though.
Yeah, but that's expected. He's 20. 20.
I know. It's fucking wild.
And pace, strength, versatility.
Yeah.
He's got it all. He's got it all.
I hope it can stay that way, though. It must be tough. I haven't seen another player that's got that much flair and excitement around him.
Sasha.
No. Pollock has more fun.
Fair.
Sasha.
Fair.
Way more, like, just loves it. Sasha plays rugby. Pollock just has a jaw.
And I know that there's a lot of, especially South African pundits, who don't like him. And this, after the whole TikTok thing, they really don't like. I think it was Skalkberger who said he's a social media influencer who plays rugby, not a rugby player who's a social media influencer.
That's tough to say because,
and that's exactly what I was going to say. I would say that's a bit of a low blow for someone that talented.
Yeah.
Because he is good. You can dislike what he does, blah, 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 whatever. You know, the rugby Puritans want you to only play rugby, do nothing else. Fuck it. Let him do whatever he wants. Because when he gets on that pitch, he's fantastic. 100%. So, and plus the TikTok thing's not hurting anybody. So just do it.
It's painful.
It's cringe.
In the same breath, there's you and I on TikTok. It's arguably worse.
And I would say I'm probably hated more on TikTok than he is. At least percentage-wise, not by total number of people.
just the Kiwis, yeah. But yeah.
Proper talent makes the squad. If he keeps this up, he'll probably start.
Although,
what I have seen from England, and it might be his age, might just be the way he plays, but bringing him on in the second half from the bench is a really good thing when players are tired because he's so explosive.
Yeah, I thought you were going to call them the Pom Squad for a second, and I was about to end the pod.
Well, that is what they called. So you're gonna have to enjoy the Pom Squad, the whole Six Nations, my friend.
Oh, fuck.
Because now what I'm looking forward to is you're going, how good was the Pom Squad this weekend?
I didn't even realize that was a thing until now. Fuck. Who's the first
All
game?
right, two more to go. Two more
Yeah.
to go. This is probably our longest pod we've ever done. Sua Li'i, Australia.
Absolute superstar. I am such a fan. Love watching him play.
I've never seen a center jump as well as he jumps under the high ball.
Yeah.
He's like Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
He just the height he gets and the hang time. He's also in the air for such a long time.
Yeah. He's
The athleticism is ridiculous.
It's crazy, and the way that he breaks through tackles and hits offload, he's big fan.
Proper talent.
I haven't liked an Australian. I can't remember. The only oak I ever liked was he wasn't even Australian. He was Zimbabwean. What is his name? Pocock.
Yeah. He was Zimbabwean. Was he born in Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
There you go. He was. Yeah, it wasn't even Australian.
Crazy.
But yeah, so for me to like an Aussie is crazy.
He's only got 4 tries in 18 games, but I think it's what he does on and off the ball, especially off the ball, that makes him a proper talent.
Yeah, no.
And given the lack of depth in Australian rugby at the moment, it would be stupid for him not to make the side.
Yeah, unless he gets called back up to rugby league, and also 22 years old.
But also, would you go back to league when you've got a Union Rugby World Cup coming up?
No.
Like let's say oh, go ahead.
Unless it's money, because Rugby Australia is in a bad place.
Sure, but he's 22, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're gonna go back to league for money,
yeah, true. Wait out of here.
You play a Rugby World Cup at home first.
Yeah, you make a point,
and then you go back to league.
Yep.
That's so yeah, even if his goal is to go back to league, I can't see. Unless they say, look, we'll give you as everything you want. But even then, to play a home World Cup,
yeah,
it's
tough.
Money doesn't buy that kind of experience.
Yeah, you make a good point.
Then the other one you have is Jorgensen.
Yep.
I would say you can have the same argument for both of them.
Yeah. 21 years old. Crazy. If his jaw's okay, because wasn't he the one that broke his jaw?
But what's more crazy is 21 years old, 20 caps.
30 points, yeah. So good.
So you know he's going to make the World Cup squad.
He has to. He's the only person that's got more experience from a cap perspective is the French wing.
So my question to you, though, and this is just for the sake of an argument, is Jorgensen actually as good if you put all the other wingers or 15s? Or is it just because of the lack of depth in Australian rugby that he's that good for Australia? But does he start for other teams? Like for in this case, Sua Li'i, I would say could start for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But does Jorgensen start for other teams?
I think so. I think again, it's like similar to what we said. It's a lot of stuff he does off the ball, and he makes a lot of meters. Both the Aussies make,
and also really good in the air as well. Jorgensen, yeah.
So yeah, I reckon they make it. Maybe not for New Zealand or South Africa, but most of the other teams, I reckon. Or maybe even for the Kiwis. It's tough.
I know this is completely off topic, but it's something that I think I know the answer for it. But Will Jordan for the All Blacks.
Yeah.
I still think he's a better fullback than wing.
I love him at fullback when he's not playing against the Springboks.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't come on the field when
The
we
thing that
play
I
against him.
hate about watching Will Jordan at fullback is when it's Barrett and Will Jordan at the back, and Barrett does that fucking stupid chip kick, and Will Jordan's coming in at the speed of light and picks the ball up and scores a try. It
And
happens all the
it's
time, and you can't stop it.
no, because Barrett's got that. It's perfectly lobbed
Yeah,
to land in the space where your fullback isn't, the wings aren't covering,
yeah.
and you can't keep a player there.
No, because then you're missing out on your outside center. Yeah,
It's a brutal tactic, but Will Jordan played at wing in a few games during the autumn series,
yeah. It didn't do well.
and he didn't have good games at wing.
Yeah,
And I think the reason for that was he wasn't involved enough. And defensively, unfortunately, I don't know why, because at fullback, great defensively. But at wing, he just, all the tries that came down, what was that last against, was it England? Anyway, they all came down his wing.
yeah. It is very different playing as someone that's played in both those positions as a wing that's backed up as fullback. It's wildly different. It's stupid. Doesn't seem like much, but it's way
No,
more.
I mean, also you get fly halves that can play at fullback, but you also get fly halves who can't play at fullback.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, that makes perfect sense. It's all I'm saying is if he plays at fullback, he's a lot more scary than when he plays at wing.
yeah. So
And that came to
when he
mind
plays
because
against
of
the box, he needs to
Jorgensen.
play a fucking scrum half.
Ah, great youngsters. It's so exciting. I'm loving
So
rugby
good.
at the moment.
It has been fun. I'm keen for the internationals. We've only got what 20 odd days until the
Six
autumn
Nations.
series, Six Nations, and then the Box start playing shortly off. And we've got Super Rugby coming up too. That starts.
You know what's my favorite thing about Super Rugby is first thing in the morning when I wake up on the weekend, there's rugby on.
Yeah,
Such a
yeah.
great way to start the day.
Preseason starts in 9 days for
Well,
Super
then you
Rugby.
can watch a lot of young talent during preseason.
Yeah, I'm keen for that. Yeah, it's going to be good.
So that's it for the pod. Do you want to just go over the fixtures, the South African fixtures for next week, and then we can end it there?
We can. I don't have them, so you're going to have to do them.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I got it up. So this will be the final group games of the Champions Cup and the EPCR Challenge Cup. So starts off Friday night. This is my time, so it will be your morning.
Yep.
Power play Bulls.
Yep.
If we look at the standings, Power fourth, one game, lost two. Bulls are sixth, lost all three. Then Saturday morning we have Sharks versus Clermont. If we look at the standings, Sharks are fifth with one win, two losses, and Clermont are sixth with no wins, three losses. So maybe you can pull out a miracle next week. The Bulls are away, but the Sharks are at home. So the odds are in your favor, Mr. Chad.
Yes, I'm busy looking at the standings now. Oh, no, points difference comes into place. We're fucked.
Yeah, no, don't look at points difference. The South African team got annihilated. Then Stormers play Leicester. If we look at the log, Stormers are third, Leicester are fifth. Stormers 1-2, Leicester have 1-1. So
I wonder
and
what
Stormers are at
squad they're
home.
going to send out. Where they're playing?
In
Ireland.
Cape Town. I don't know which stadium, but they'll be in
Oh,
Cape Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll have the full.
I would
Springboks.
say they play a much stronger side. We'll probably see a lot of the Springboks in that game.
Ooh, it's going to be a goodie, that one.
And then that's it for the South African teams in the Champions Cup. We'll quickly go over to the EPCR. Lions travel to Perpignan on Saturday. And if we look at the table, Perpignan are third, Lions are fourth. Both teams have 1-1, lost 2. And there's only 7-point difference between the two of them. That's going to be a pretty evenly fought game. And then to end it off, On Sunday evening, Cheetahs go to Racing 92. Unfortunately, things aren't looking good there. Actually, I take that back. Cheetahs and Racing haven't run a game. So one of them will hopefully pick up a win, and that would be the Cheetahs.
I haven't
And
watched
that's
a
it.
Cheetahs game in a long time. But yeah, go
They're
Cheetahs.
actually, you know what? All things considered, obviously no Springboks in them, but they don't have a bad side when you look at them at the Currie Cup level. And then that's next weekend's rugby. The one thing I do want to say about the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup is it's a full weekend's worth of rugby. You've got rugby from Friday night till Sunday night.
That I can't fucking watch properly because you have to have 27 different streaming services.
Yes,
to watch all
and
of
I
this.
need 7 TVs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm going to end every episode asking for one streaming service for every rugby competition.
Yeah. Just for rugby union, schoolboy, club rugby,
International, under 20, under 23.
yeah, and everything from under 14 up.
No,
So when you start wearing boots, up.
That would be an interesting one. Should we? Oh God, my wife's going to murder me. Should we also watch Craven Week intensively this year?
I'm into it. 100%. That's on YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm in.
One last thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a punishment for the Six
I already
Nations?
have a punishment. I'm fucking supporting England. I'm being punished, and it hasn't even started. What more do you want to see me go through?
Think about it, because if you look at
my answer is no.
if you look at the current or the most recent form, it's most likely that England will not end below France in the Six Nations. So it's most likely a punishment for me.
Byron, I'm being punished. I'm being punished knowing that I've got to support them. What? We've got like 3 weeks still.
You can get Pollock's. You can get a wig that looks the same as Pollock. It's perfect.
Is that my punishment?
Oh, I don't know. It's just an idea.
Well, what's it for you then? I'll get TikTok, your favorite viewers, to choose a punishment for you. Done.
No, because someone's going to have something so outrageous.
It's perfect.
And it's going to be. No, I don't love that at all. This is a terrible idea.
No, this is your idea. We're doing punishments.
I said TikTok. Maybe we should do Nah, I'm terrified now.
No, we'll get TikTok. You're up. You got to choose Byron's punishment for whoever finishes last. Easy. Done.
If that's the case, I am going to support France so aggressively that I will stand outside the opposition hotel so they don't get any sleep.
Yeah.
Because I don't trust anyone anymore.
Well, this is your idea.
I'm leaving it as a maybe because now I'm terrified.
Yeah. You've committed already. All right, Byron. This has been an hour 20 minutes. It's our longest one yet. It's been fun.
It was fun though. Not as fun as the World Cup predictions, but it was very fun.
It was fun. Send us off.
Thanks for watching. If you stayed around this long, hope you enjoy rugby as much as we are. World Rugby's in a fun place, unless you're talking about scrums. I'm going to get more information on becoming a referee this week, so we'll see how that unfolds. Chad is a doers and loves England, and please like, subscribe, and share. That's it. It was fun. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. Not you, Chad, other people. If you enjoyed it, I don't give a.
Yep.
That's it. Thanks for watching Cut the Cuck. See you.